Welcome to Conflict Management Skills number 3. So we talked in number 1 about managing those frustrations and the flooding of adrenaline when we get really frustrated or angry. We talked in number 2 about having the gentle startup to start discussions. And skill number 3 is about making repairs. Somewhat of a magic weapon in relationships. We know from the research that in mother-baby interactions, mums can get the child's communication wrong up to 70% of the time. But it's how mum makes a repair, how she comes back, that what really matters and that keeps that bond strong between the mother and baby. And the same is so for adult romantic relationships. We're all human. We're all going to stuff up and say the wrong thing from time to time or start to escalate and have things get out of hand. So being able to make a repair is like magic. And that's what we call the masters of relationships, are able to try and make repairs. And if one doesn't work, they try another one. So the first major repair that you might try was discussed in video 1, and that's about stopping when things are getting too tense or stressful, being able to say, I need to calm down. Can we take time out for a few minutes? I'm getting stressed with this. And when we're calm, coming back to the conversation. We also want to be able to own up when we've said or done something that's not really fitting into the conversation. We want to be able to say, sorry, my reactions were too extreme. Let me try that one again. Can we do a retake? We want to be able to be open to letting our partner convince us. Postpone our agenda for a few minutes and really listen. Be able to say, I think I'm starting to understand. Can you tell me more? I think I'm getting why this is so important to you now. And that being open to accept influence is important. We want to be able to appreciate our partner as we go through difficult discussions from time to time. We want to be able to take responsibility for our part in whatever's happening. Being able to say things like, I know this isn't all your fault, or I know that part of the problem was the way I approached this. Be able to say, that's a good point. I'm really glad you brought that up. So we don't want to bring any past incidents or miscommunications into our current discussion. Yes, they're important to process those past hurts. And you could use the gentle startup and say, I still feel upset when I think about that incident that happened with us last year. Can we make time to talk about that on the weekend? So yes, that's important, but don't bring it into your discussion tonight. Be willing to make a repair when you stuff up and have an experiment, see how it goes.